Good morning, everybody. Right, I'm trying out the AirPods for the audio quality, see how it is, and I'm gonna do a morning swim after this. We got some nice swell in the background, and see how this works. All right, cool. um, yeah, so the theme of today's video is about waves of technology, with the perfect background to talk about it. So one of the things you experience when you learn to surf or bodyboard or swim in the ocean is the experience of the swell and the energy moving through you. In a very visceral way, you can feel the power of the ocean either gently bringing you forward in the direction you want to travel, or rolling you over, or passing you by. And those are the feelings of either being in the right place at the right time, or in the wrong place, or a little bit too early. And there's no better analogy, really, for like what it feels like to work in technology than waves. And people talk about waves of technology for a good reason. Most technology that's interesting comes from California, and a lot of people in California surf. And so they all feel this on a regular basis. They feel that perfect section of a wave where you're paddling at the right time and you pop the board and slide into the right position and you're gliding down the liquid and everything just feels like magic. For me, that feels like crypto. That's like the wave in my career that I timed perfectly. Like, I got in before anybody knew about it. I helped it develop and contributed to it. I sold before it completely crashed. I didn't sell everything, but I sold enough to keep me going through life. And I timed it perfectly. So I was too young to participate in mobile. I didn't, I was too young to participate in the internet. I didn't really understand the app game for a long time. And honestly, the app game kind of got shut down very quickly. I wasn't around for social media's development. I was around for its kind of experience. But crypto, I timed that to absolute perfection. And I think that one of the hard things to reason about when you develop a career in technology is like, you can just be wrong so much during your career in tech and right about one thing. And if you're right about one thing and you kind of stick with it and you actually liquidate some of it, you're done. You are totally done. And then you're free to start actually seeing the whole ocean. Like now, I feel able to look at many more technologies, many more industries, many more teams, many more projects, many more sources of inspiration, because I've got that kind of mental freedom that comes from a little bit of financial freedom. And so the wave, obviously, that's germane, the wave that is prominent, the wave that everybody's talking about now is AI. And this one, I have had a kind of fun sidebar seat to, because I've got friends who joined OpenAI from day one, and I've got friends who joined DeepMind from the day they were acquired by Google, or at least people I know at DeepMind, no longer friends. And I think that, like, what's been fun is to see their excitement and focus intensify over time, to see the number of papers they publish going up over time, to see their sureness that this is going to happen in their lifetime expand over time. And as a designer, I don't think there's been many opportunities until the last 6 months. And that's because this is all bubbled up with enormous amounts of research and capital and infrastructure. And now, just now, the interface is percolating. And you see that with ChatGPT crafting a UI or a humane interface on top of a very, very artificial set of infrastructure that was brought together by some of the hardest working people in Silicon Valley. And so The next platform looks like it's going to be chat GPT plugins, which were announced by OpenAI, and there's been a bunch of prototypes and leaks and information scattering around the internet. And this allows you to lock in, or I don't even know if I can just say, my guess about what it allows you to do is you can guide ChatGPT in certain fields. So for travel, you can help it find specific booking data. For crypto, you could get it to do prices or assess transactions or look at the security of a contract. For research, you could kind of dive into certain papers and kind of get a subscription through it. I think you're going to be able to plug your payment cards in and it will all work through Stripe and you'll be able to buy things on the internet. I think it's going to crawl the web very soon. Live data from the web. And there's plugins for context and memory. And it's just already there's been a kind of screen grab leak of around 80 plugins that are either prototypes or in development or linked to different places. But giving this system access to the functions of the internet seems to be like the most important design challenge ever right now, and an incredible new platform shift. And the fun thing about technology is there are these tectonic shifts in the plates, and every single time the plates shift or move or adjust, magma kind of flows up, and there's just a totally new current of energy that you can ride. So, I think you could see it when YouTube's algorithm switched to like optimizing for dailies, then all the daily vloggers just took off. When Google changed their search algorithm, all the people who spent a lot of time spamming the internet got destroyed, and they deserved it. When, Stripe realized, and I think I played a microscopic part in this, realized that mobile was their growth opportunity for online payments. That gave Stripe a way to club PayPal around the face with their work. And so as you study technology over a 20-year period, like I'm a very, very, very rudimentary technology historian, but watching now, I think I've experienced technology in a cognitive, like accepting way for 20 years. I can feel the plates moving a lot more deeply. I can kind of sense it's happening, and it doesn't take anybody special to know that AI is obviously a big shift. But it's like, given that shift and given the 10,000 startups that are going to jump on that shift, who are the 10 people you should chat to? I don't know, and I don't have answers to that, and I'm kind of starting to sift. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that building anything teaches you more than just reading. I understood Stripe because I'd done an e-commerce store. I understood Ethereum because I'd played around with Bitcoin and Coinbase. I understood Safari extensions because I helped Wallet Connect get started. I understood Space Solar, which is one of the things I've invested in, because I've experienced energy issues at times. These things, like, I'm not very good at absorbing like PDFs and papers and reading endless books, but I love prototyping and watching videos and absorbing. So as I think about like what's the next thing to design, to me it's binding these two waves together. So if I could teach Ethereum how to if I could teach an artificial general intelligence anything before it teaches me something, I think I would teach it how to use Ethereum effectively, because then it can have its own bank accounts. It can generate savings accounts for people. It can start managing economies and microeconomies. And I think that, like, if you think of the ultimate interface between an AGI and something, I think it would be ETH, because so many people and projects and teams are there. And I think that the AGI and the system and the whole culture would benefit from economic experiments run by autonomous agents that we're not fully in control of, and that are not subject to the whims of human issues. I mean, I think one of the things people who go down the Ethereum rabbit hole realize is like, it gives us the opportunity to express our best selves to a computer and then not have that change on us, not get rug pulled. Now, of course, a lot of Ethereum is host to some kind of rancid rug pulls that really screw people up. But I think that the best of Ethereum allows you to have trust in the context and contracts that have billions of dollars in them. So you know how Maker works, you know how USDC works, you know how Uniswap works, you know how Compound works, you know how these different pieces of infrastructure work, and they're not going to change on you. So that's something that really excites me, and I'm going to be sharing more of my thinking as that goes on. So I'm going to wrap it up here. All right, bye.